welcome or welcome back to my channel. Please don't be alarmed at the state of me. Just don't look. So if you haven't already, please do like and subscribe to my channel. I've got the archetype cards today, so I thought we could get these out and see what energy we are in at this time. See how you're feeling today, what's going on for you. Hopefully things are a lot healthier for you than in my life right now. So I'm going to start with the archetype cards actually. Let's see who we're talking to today and what we are talking about. Oh, so what do we have first of all? Child orphan. So remember, this could relate to you, or it could be about somebody that you are inquiring about yourself. It might not necessarily be just you. So just take what resonates, and if the information does resonate with you and you would like a personalised reading, my details are down in the description box for you. We have slave, trickster, and storyteller. Okay, so those are the 4 archetypes that we are working with today. So if that sounds anything like you, now the child orphan is someone that is independent based on learning to go it alone. So this is someone that's felt not necessarily abandoned by family, but just sort of always felt that this hyper independence, even from a child. Maybe you are more of a loner, perhaps you've always spent more time by yourself, or if you're going through something, you'd rather hide yourself away and deal with it than get other people to help you through it. So it does say the shadow attributes is feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. So in the past, when you were a child, maybe a teenager, you may have got in with crowds of people that perhaps didn't have the best interest for you. So there may be something like that in your history that we are talking about. Now, slave, the light attributes is surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. So this can be somebody that perhaps can appear a little bit like the martyr in a way, where it's kind of like, I'll do this for you. You're the one that will put yourself forward to help others quite often. But you will sometimes be a bit too trusting to external influences, especially authority. And sometimes that can be not necessarily because you feel they have your best interest, but out of a fear of not being able to make your own decisions and make your own choices. So it's almost like you may have experienced being manipulated through your life by certain people, especially with this child orphan. If you've been in situations where you've joined groups and things where they haven't really had your best interests at heart, but you felt like you belonged somewhere. And that's kind of the energy I'm feeling from that one. Trickster is saying transcending convention, stuffiness and predictable behaviour. Shadow attribute is manipulating others through duplicity. Now, what I'm feeling from this trickster one is more you will mask how you actually feel about something and perhaps use humour or a different mechanism to kind of trick people into believing that you're okay or that things are good, when actually maybe they really aren't, and things aren't feeling that great for you. So that's the energy that I'm getting from this person. Yeah, and that comes again with that child orphan, where you've kind of got used to dealing with things yourself, all by yourself, and it's making you feel very much like, you know, I'm absolutely fine, when you're not really, but you don't feel like you can express that. So that's that trickster energy. Storyteller as well. I feel like maybe when you were younger, again, I feel like we're working on that energy from your younger years. You may have perhaps told tales and things like that to make your lifestyle more interesting. But I do feel that perhaps you're a bit of a daydreamer as well, and you're quite expressive with your words. Maybe you like to journal. Maybe you always had an ambition to write stories, write things down. I wouldn't say, I think you have been played victim to gossip in the past, but nowadays you're a bit more sort of like, I don't actually enjoy gossip. I don't want to gossip about people. I don't want to be gossiped about as well. And you are trying to express yourself, express your life and things through this element of storytelling. Okay, so it's quite a nice energy that I'm getting from this. I can't tell yet as to whether this is female or male that I'm talking to, whatever you identify as, whatever your whoever I'm talking to right now, take it as it resonates. Okay, let me see what runes we have for you at this time. So this is going to be interesting. Let's see. what runes do we have for this person? Answers. So yeah, you are coming into a time, I think, where you are really speaking your truth. So all of these things, these traits that you've developed from childhood, where you've kind of felt like you've had to deal with things by yourself, you're now asking for more help. You're now realizing the need for people to understand your story, to know where you're coming from, and you are becoming more comfortable with being vulnerable with that. It's more comfortable in expressing yourself truthfully, not masking it, not hiding it, just truthfully. And I feel like you're starting to notice the difference in how people are treating you based around that. It's almost like you're starting to realise, actually, I'm not around the kind of people that I used to be around anymore, and the kind of people I'm around now, it's perfectly safe for me to do this. And because of that, it's bringing a lot of joy and harmony into your life. It's helping you to, I feel like somebody's got this feeling that they don't really understand, and you're starting to realise, maybe this is joy. Maybe this is me actually feeling quite content and joyful in my life right now. And you're just starting to realise that that's what that is. It's like, this is a joyful thought and feeling. And I haven't really experienced that before. I'm feeling quite harmonious and peaceful in my life at this time. And that is purely because you are now communicating your needs. You're being more expressive. You're working through a lot. And it's enlightened you. It's actually opened a window for you of opportunity to see the dawn of a new day, like a new chapter, a new beginning. It's taken time to get there, and you've had to break through a lot of illusions to get there as well. Sometimes those illusions, like with the trickster card that we had there, it's sort of like our own illusions. We can be trying to convince ourselves that, oh, this is happiness. This is what is truly what I want. But actually it's not. How many times have you been, I don't know, maybe in a relationship or something like that? And I'm going to use something that people might not really want to accept this or talk about this, but when they say about people faking it, if you're making love or whatever and someone's faking orgasm or something like that. And so this is the kind of person I'm talking to here, would be about you kind of realizing, if you've done that for a long time, actually, if I just communicate with my partner what I want and how I want things to be, maybe I don't need to fake it anymore. And maybe actually I would get that wonder, that ecstatic joy, that feeling. And I know that's a weird analogy to use, and some of you might not be very comfortable with that analogy, but it is an analogy for you that came to mind. So that's what I would suggest to you, okay? Speak up. Allow yourself to be expressive. Don't pretend anymore. And I think that's what you're starting to realise is like, well, actually, when I ask for what I need, I do actually get it. And it is starting to feel more harmonious. It's starting to feel like I can express this. I can do this. And it is, imagine like a window here is opening out and all the illusion is being broken. You're seeing the dawn of a new day, a new chapter in your life. This is a very special reading, I feel. It's very good. Very, very good. So let's get into your cards then. So what is your current situation right now? So I'm sorry, the reading is going to be a little bit shorter than I normally do, just purely because of this arm. I can't actually move it very well. But I am available to do readings, personalised readings and things. Please keep me busy. I don't want to not keep doing what I'm doing. Oh, let's see. Wow. Okay, so we've got, I'm going to take those ones there and put those ones back because, your current situation. Wow. I feel like something's really being illuminated to you. You're feeling quite triumphant in love, I feel. Maybe this could be a new love, a new relationship, or there's a choice that you've made that has been highlighted to you. It's like and it's something that you're passionate about. So there's two different collectives here. This could be someone that has decided, like, I'm going to go down this career path and I'm passionate about it and I can see myself triumphant with it. I'm moving towards it. And that's what your current situation is you're in a really fortunate time right now. Maybe this is a time of year that you usually feel quite good about, where taking chances and doing new things usually works out well for you. So that's kind of like what this is saying, is definitely go for that because you will be triumphant. Some of you, this is about a new relationship and it's about being triumphant in love. It's like there's a connection or a soulmate or something that you are feeling right now. And when you think about it, you're feeling it, it feels right, it feels good. It feels like what you need to move towards. That 1 year in the middle there, and then the enlightenment from Daggaz as well. So I do feel that's your current situation right now, which is beautiful. That's really, really nice. So let's see, what is the challenge here? Is there a challenge around this? Is this something we need to be aware of? And what is it? Okay, now the challenge came out as the star. Now I picked it up this way, but it may have been that way, so I'm going to read both. So the challenge here is that this is something that you have been wishfully thinking about. This is something that you have wanted to manifest for some time. You've been asking about it. I see somebody gazing at the stars. You've been asking and asking for your soulmate to appear in your life, and you're trying to do everything you can to like collapse old patterns and things from previous relationships so that you can manifest this perfect partner. Okay, now because it was in this kind of position when I pulled it out, and I think I turned it round, there may be an element within you. The challenge here is that you aren't hopeful about this. Perhaps you've been in the dating game for some time, or you've been looking around for some time and it just hasn't been working out for you, and you're thinking like, this is never going to work, this is never going to happen. But actually, maybe it is. Maybe you manifested it, and maybe this is exactly the challenge here. Is be careful what you wish for, because you will manifest it, but it never comes without a price, does it? There's always something about it that we need to think about, focus on. And I feel for this, it's almost like you've had to really focus on what it is that you want to manifest, rather than the things around you that aren't working anymore. Okay, this is reminding me of those northern lights that we had as well recently. So perhaps you have been gazing at the lights and putting a wish out there for what you want to manifest. And the challenge here is sort of like, okay, once you manifest that, can you deal with it? Can you accept it? Can you allow yourself to feel that joyfulness? Because you have been for such a long time in this like hyper independent state, and from a child, you know, you haven't really opened up much with the peers and people around you to protect yourself, whereas now you're starting to realize, actually, I need to open up, and maybe it's opening up to this person that you are looking for, you know. So what is now, what do you need to focus on? What can we focus on at this time? Focusing on inspired thoughts and actions. So this is a time for you to, you know, realise that passion and head in that direction. This is a directional card. So it's like you have chosen that direction now of something that brings you inspiration. Something that you want to travel towards. I'm sure there was another card that flipped over. Yes, there was. Another manifestation card. So again, focusing on what you are manifesting. You know, you have this skill. You have this ability. For some of you, this might be honing in on those skills and abilities to bring into that triumph of the passion that you want to bring. For some of you, this is about this relationship, this soulmate that you have manifested, that you're bringing in. And I mean, there's so much here about manifestation. If this is your challenge card and this is your focus card, it's kind of telling you sort of like, well, come on, the challenge here is that you are believing that you can manifest what you want. And when you do manifest what you want, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Accept it. You deserve it. You've worked hard to achieve it. So why can't you have it? And following your intuition. So this one goes with Daggaz as well. Do you remember that rune that we picked up? That was the enlightenment one. It was opening those doors for the new chapter, breaking through illusion. I do feel for some of you, you have decided to step away from perhaps some naysayers or people that haven't really had your best interests at heart. You're starting to really collapse those patterns from the past of hanging around with people that don't have your best interests at heart, and you're starting to listen to your own intuition now. And again, this is a dreaming card. It's about like dreaming things into being, and right now that is your ability. You are bringing this in. Okay, so what's the future looking like? Oops. Whoa, fast action, triumph, bringing things together into balance. You are definitely on the road to bringing this in very, very fast. And I would say by July, this is what you will be in a new relationship, I feel, if you're not already. There is travel involved with this as well. I do see somebody chasing sunsets or going to different places that bring joyful memories and fun and happiness. It's good. It feels good. Yeah, I think there's a lot in your future there to look forward to. What advice does Spirit have for you at this time? Because maybe you don't see this coming just yet. Maybe you're not quite sure this is actually going to happen. So what advice? You have Queen of Cups on the bottom there. The Moon, another psychic one. Another one about illusion, breaking through illusion. Your advice here is to allow your secrets to be exposed. Remember, we had answers here. So it's like if there's anything secretive or hidden, or just, you know, hidden emotions, hidden on the surface, it's time to release those now. It's time to let them go. And it's interesting, we've got two wolves here, a white one and a black one. And on the chariot, we've got the white horse and the black horse. So it's almost like instinct and direction that is driving this in balance. Instinct and direction. It's almost like you know the direction that you need to take. You've got to trust yourself to go in that direction, okay? Remember we were saying about the slave. You can either be a slave to something or you can be empowered by it and be trusting, especially with spirit. Especially with that energy of like, I know this. This is what I'm feeling, and actually embracing that feeling of, I'm joyful about this. This is making me feel joyful. Why can't I allow myself to have that, to feel that? So, what is your outcome? The Sun. Oh my God. You've got all of the wish fulfillment cards here, pretty much. Everything is pointing towards this is happening. You've manifested this and it's now happening. So your outcome as the Sun is just joy, manifestation. Everything that you've been dreaming of, whatever you've wanted is coming forward. There's a lot to do with the sky. There's a lot to do with, I feel like sunflowers are important as well in this. Perhaps you really like sunflowers, or perhaps somebody's brought somebody sunflowers, or you're thinking about doing that. Or there's a field full of sunflowers. There's something about that that's important with this. But this is that kind of life force energy that's running through you right now, helping you to manifest everything that you're looking for. While you're here looking for readings, especially on this particular relationship, this particular connection, here it is. This is your answer. It is happening. It is manifesting. So you heard it here first. If that resonated with you, I've got the date, the 19th of July, as well as an important date for you around this. So please do drop an emoji in the comments. Get back to me at that time as well. This is a timeless reading, so, you know, whatever that resonates with you. And if you would like to look into this deeper, then please do get in touch for a personalised reading. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel as well if you get a chance. I hope you have a blessed day.